Right. Good day, people. How's everybody doing? What's happening? I want to jump on real quick and just clarify this thought and let me know if you connect with this thought. Um, Once you hear it, cool. If you don't, still let me know because I think that is super duper important. All right. So it's Saturday, and I'm hoping that you are having a great weekend. For you educators, clock is ticking. You got another 24, and it's gonna be back. It's gonna be time to get back in there. So, hey, here's the thought right here. I think it's important that you stay in your lane. So I was just sitting here, and this thought came to me, and it says, if it's not your lane, don't complain about it. If it's not your lane, don't complain about it. So sometimes thoughts come to mind, thoughts hit me and I post it. But there's times where, you can misinterpret it or you can place it wherever you want to place it. But I said, you know what, let me jump on the live and just bring put some legs to this thought. So I think the big thing is when you think about, like, if you own a trip, if you own whatever, you're driving somewhere, there you have different sceneries, right? So sometimes you have 2 lanes, sometimes you have 4 lane. And if you're in a big old town, big old city, you have this multiple lanes. And the part that is important is for you to connect to your lane. It's like, you stay in your lane and you want to be, aware of what's happening outside of you, but you can only control what's happening in your lane. Point blank, period. Right. So there are times where might have had an accident or we might have had something to happen, and you're just like, whoa, wow, what happened? So we start to think about what is the other driver going to do. But in life, it's not really like that. Like, when you start thinking about what somebody else is going to do in their lane, you become you lose focus, and then you begin to focus on what's happening over here, and it's really not important. So when we think about your lane, it is necessarily, what are you called to do? What's purpose for you to do? And you stand in that place. And the thing about it, staying with this whole driving analogy, sometimes staying in your lane doesn't feel cool. If you're a driver, a person that drives, like, it doesn't feel like, so saying sometimes you like to switch lanes, speed up a little bit, then come back into that lane. But here's the point of the matter: sticking to what you know, and I got to be very careful with sticking what you know. Sticking to your expertise. What your expertise is, what your expertise is, and sticking to that and making sure that you home in on that ability is super important. Um, it may be somebody that's getting on and maybe developing their career, beginning their career, that may be going in that direction. Listen, what you have, don't get frustrated with it. Continue to move on with it. Stand in that lane. Sometimes it's weird, sometimes it doesn't feel good, and it feels as though I need to switch to the fast lane. But listen, staying on the right side of the road sometimes is cool. Sometimes we have fast lanes. Sometimes we have those lanes that require more than one person to be in the vehicle with us. But we can't move above what we know. We can't move above what we're able to do. And when you start to do that, some of our actions are to just complain about it. Anytime you get into a complaining stage, like, you go like crazy, like your blinders, like you have a like an automatic blinder that comes on your eyes and you can't properly see where you need to go. So when we think about moving forward, we have to be careful not to step outside of our lane. Stay in our lane, continue to move forward, and don't let negative stuff begin to take you out. All right. Peace, good people. Remember, don't stay stuck at your potential. Have a great one.